Xin chào, tôi là Amelia. Hello, my name is Amelia and I will be teaching you math today. Even numbers, số chẵn, and odd numbers, số lẻ. What are they? Even numbers consist of numbers such as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Odd numbers consist of numbers such as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. The main topic for today is multiplication. Phép nhân. So, multiplication has a few names. To multiply something, or something is a multiple of another number. So you will see that the cross can be read as multiply or times or product. 2 times 3 equals to 6 can be read as 6 is the product of 2 and 3. And it looks different sometimes. Sometimes we see the cross. Sometimes we see the star, also known as asterisk, and the brackets. So bracket 1, bracket 2. Sometimes we will even see a combination of these. So you will see a cross or a star in the middle of the brackets. Moving on, we will have the times table. We will learn the times table for numbers 1 to 10. That is mod 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, if one kid receives one present, then how many presents do 2 kids receive? For that, we will have 1 multiplied by 2. That is 1 times 2. The number of presents received by 1 kid multiplied by the number of kids. So as we see here, 1 kid, 1 present, 2 kids, 2 presents. Next, 1 kid receives 2 lollipops. So how many lollipops do 3 kids receive? It will be the number of lollipops received by 1 kid multiplied by the number of kids. So 2 times 3. 1 kid, 2 lollipops, 2 kids, 4 lollipops, and finally 3 kids, 6 lollipops. All right, so now you know what multiplication is. Very good. In multiplication, order is not important. So 1 times 2 is equals to 2 times 1. The product of 8 and 9 is the same as 9 and 8. 2 multiplied by 3 is equals to 3 multiplied by 2. So as mentioned earlier, we will be learning the times table for 1 to 10. Anything multiplied by 1 will be the number itself, such as 1 times 1 equals to 1, 1 multiplied by 9 is equals to 9. And 1 times 10 is equals to 10, and so on, as shown in the slides. 1 is an odd number, số lẻ. 2 is an even number, số chẵn. Anything multiplied by 2 is also an even number. Three is an odd number, so late. 4 is the product of 2 and 2. 4 equals to 2 times 2, which is an even number. Therefore, 4 is also an even number. So, Chan. 5 is an odd number. So, late. 6 is the product of 3 and 2, or 2 and 3, or 3 times 2. Therefore, 6 is also an even number. 7 is an odd number, right? Next, 8 is the product of 4 and 2. 8 equals to 4 times 2. Therefore, 8 is also an even number. 9 is an odd number. Okay. So finally, we have arrived at the times table for 10. But the screen says 1. Why? This is because I want you to remember the very first times table that you learned in this lesson, which is the times table for number 1. Anything multiplied by 1 will be the number itself. Similarly, anything multiplied by 10 will be the number itself, but with a 0 behind. So 10 times 1 equals to 10, 10 times 2 equals to 20, and 10 times 10 equals to 100. 10, because it is equals to 5 times 2, which is an even number. So 10 is also an even number. So Chan. Okay, so let's go back and see what we have learned so far for the times table from numbers 1 to 10. Okay, so in this row, we have numbers 1 to 10. This column, we have numbers 1 to 10. So 2 times 2 is equals to 4, 2 times 3 equals to 6, 2 times 4 equals to 8, and so on. And we can fill it up. This big square is very useful in helping us find the product of numbers very quickly. Okay. And you should have a printed copy of this times table with you, and you can refer to it in the later exercises in this lesson. Okay. Good job, you have reached up to this point in the lesson. You should take a break if you need to. I'll be here if anyone has questions. Please type it down in the chat below and I will answer them. Okay, I will pause here for a while. Okay, welcome back. So now we will move on to bigger numbers. Just now, what we did was multiplication with 1-digit numbers. That means you only see 1 digit or 1 number, right? We will be doing bigger numbers involving 2-digit numbers. Okay, 2-digit numbers are numbers including 10 as well, but we did 10 just now. So 11, 12, 13, all the way up till 99. You can refer to the multiplication times table that we did earlier from here. You can see this times table. So the first example is 11 times 2. Right? Don't be scared, we can do this together. So 11 times 2. How do we calculate this? We use long multiplication. Right. So first, what is 1 times 2? 1 times 2 equals to 2. Right? So we will write 2. The next number, 1 times 2 as well. So that will be 2. And write a 2 here. So you've done it. 11 times 2 is 2. Okay. This method is called long multiplication. So what you do is you write the product of the two numbers and you write the cross, which is the multiplication sign, and we draw two lines and make sure that the numbers are in a nice straight line or straight column so that it will not be so messy when you calculate. You will see why later. So let's move on to the next example. Another 2-digit number using the long multiplication method. 53 times 7. Okay, whoa, this is a very big number, but don't be scared because we will do it together. I will do it with you. Okay, 53 times 7. We need to go back to our times table and remember what we have learned. We will always do from right to left. You'll write our numbers from right to left. So right to left. Okay. So 3 times 7 equals to 21. Okay. Over here, we will write the number on the right first. Right? So it's number 1. Okay. Remember what I mentioned about keeping the numbers in a straight column. Okay. But the number 2, we do not write it here. We write it on the top left of 5. This is what we call carry over. Okay. The 2 is carried over to the 5. Next, we will have 5 times 7. And 5 times 7 equals to 35. Okay, but we don't write 35 yet. We cannot forget about the carried over 2. So we will add 2 to 35, which is 37. Okay, remember right to left, so we will write 7 first. Okay, then the 3 will be carried over to the imaginary number over here, which will be 0. So 0 times 7 equals to 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay, then 0 plus 3 equals to 3. So your answer is 371. 371. All right, everyone following until now? Okay, so the carryover is the small number on the top left of the left digit. Okay, we will calculate from right to left. The third example, I want you to try this with me using the long multiplication method. 64 times 5. Okay. So what do we do first? Sorry. We multiply 4 by 5. Okay. 4 times 5 equals to 20. Right? So right to left, we put down the 0. Okay, that's not a line, so I would erase it. And I will write it down again. Okay, 0. Okay. Then the 2 is carried over to the 6. Right? Then 6 times 5 equals to 30. Then we cannot forget about the carryover. So 30 plus 2 equals to 32. So from right to left, we will write 2. And 3 will be carried over to the invisible number over here, which is 0. And 0 times 5 equals to 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 equals to 3. So your answer will be 320. 320. Okay. So I hope that you managed to get that answer. Now that we have learned how to use long multiplication, we know how to do the basic multiplication of numbers. But for bigger numbers, it can be very slow. Or if we want to calculate many numbers at one go, we want to do it faster. So how do we do that? We will use a computer program. There are quite a few computer programs that are available online for download, but more popular ones are Microsoft Excel and Google Spreadsheets. Today, we will be using Google Spreadsheets. So let me show you how to do it. We will try it together. Okay, first, go to Google, right? As you can see, I am on the Google homepage. Then click on the 9-dot square at the top right-hand corner, right? And then you can see all the apps that are available by Google. You scroll down, you should see this green icon, this green picture. It says Sheets, also known as Google Spreadsheets. So you click it. Then you click a blank spreadsheet. Okay, this plus sign over here. So now you have a blank spreadsheet. Okay. And you can key in, I like to label my header so that it is easier to see. So I will name this first number. I'll name this second number. And so first number times second number equals to product. Okay, so product equals to first number times second number. Okay. Yes. Okay, one thing that you need to understand in using this computer program is that the program does not read times with a cross. it reads times with an asterisk. So you have to use Shift 8. Okay, this is the asterisk. Okay. Let me just turn this on. Okay. So now you can see whatever I type. So first number, let's say, let's use a big number, 28. Okay. Maybe 18, 29, 32. Second number, 26. 2, it's not big number, 99. 87 and 54. Okay. Now, how do we calculate the product? So, when we want to insert a formula into a box, one box is also known as a cell. Okay, we will first write an equal sign. Then we write the formula. So to write the formula, I will only key in to the first box because I don't want to key into every single box. I will let the computer do that for me. Okay. So we will write the equal sign in this first box. Then I will select this cell. Then I will hold down the shift. See, I'm holding down the shift. I don't let go. And I press 8. Sorry. Shift 8. Okay, so I got the asterisk. Then I will select the second number, which is B2. And I will click enter. You can see that I got the product of 28 and 26. Now I want to calculate for these boxes as well, for 18 times 99, 29 times 87, and 32 times 54. So what I will do is I will use the left button on the mouse, click the small square at the bottom right corner, and hold down while dragging all the way until the last box. You can see that the formula was copied into the boxes below. Right. So this isn't the only way we can write the formula. We can also write. Okay, remember to write down a formula into a cell, we must always start with equal sign. Then we can write product. Okay, it does not matter whether we write it in small letters or big letters, the result is the same. Then hold down the shift and press 9 to get the open bracket and select the first number. Then add a comma. So comma is this one here. Right? It looks like a small little dot with a tail. Comma. And the second number. And then close bracket. To find the close bracket, hold down the shift, don't let go of the shift, and press 0. You will get the close bracket. Then press enter. You will see the answer is the same as before. And hold down the left mouse button on the small square and drag to copy the formula into the cells below. I will show you that the capital letter does not matter. So equal sign, caps lock, product, shift 8, and shift 9, and first number, comma, second number, and close bracket, and enter. See, the answer is the same. Okay. All right. So now that we know how to use Google Spreadsheets, you will realize that the calculation is a lot faster. Although we can do it by hand using long multiplication, it will take quite a lot of time for bigger numbers, and sometimes we want to calculate fast, or we may be given a lot of numbers to calculate. Now I will show you how to use Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is almost exactly the same. It looks the same. You can see from here, it is also a bunch of boxes that we will be filling up. So you open a blank workbook or a blank spreadsheet. Just now, I'm not sure if you saw. So you press new, then you press blank workbook, and you will arrive here. Okay, so I will just copy what I wrote just now. Paste it here. Control. Okay. All right, I can't do that. Okay. Never mind. I guess I'll just key it in again. Okay, so first number, second number, and product. Right, so product equals to first number, second number. Okay, so first number 18. Okay, these are just random numbers to show my example. Remember, first cell only, then we start off with an equal sign. Then I can write first cell, then hold down the shift, press the 8 to get the asterisk, and choose the second cell, and enter. It will calculate the product for me. Hold down the left mouse button on the small square and drag to copy down the formula. So all is calculated. And we can have the equal sign also. Then and write product. Then shift 9 to get the open bracket. First number, comma, second number, shift 0, close bracket, enter, and left click and drag. Right, we get the same result. So Microsoft Excel is very similar to Google Spreadsheets. It's just a different brand. Okay, so every group has a label. Every group has an alphabetical name. So A, B, C, D. This entire column or vertical group is column A. This entire group or this entire column is column B, and so on. Each row or horizontal group has a number to label it. So this whole row, this first row is row 1. This whole row is row 2, and so on. So each cell is named after the column name followed by the row name. So this cell is A2. Or this cell or box, it's the same thing. So this box is box B2, C2 and D2 and so on. Okay. So back to the slides. All right, so you've come to the end of the multiplication section. Next will be division.